All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, the stream. Hello, everyone out there on the internet, in the universe. We are ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons today. As you guys can see, we are down. We are down one member this week. As in the last episode, Lore got sucked into the maelstrom after trying to speak to her friend Aphrodel. She has disappeared. We do not know where she is, and she's not going to be reappearing this episode. So, we will be continuing on without her. Other announcements. Something very exciting for us and our family is that little Blair is pregnant. Yay! So she is due in the next couple of weeks. So we may be taking a little sabbatical, or we may be figuring out what we're gonna do there. I'm not 100% sure yet, but maybe Kinsley will too take a sabbatical. We don't know. We'll find out. Also, another announcement. Next week, we are not going to be playing as it is the holiday weekend, Christmas, and whatever festive holiday that you celebrate this time of year. We're going to be taking that week off so we can spend time with our families. So if you haven't watched all of our videos, you can go back onto our website or on YouTube and look up Lakeside Legendz and get caught up and watch all that good stuff. And our final announcement is that we have created a TikTok for future content and more streaming, a Lakeside Legendz TikTok. So please go and find the Lakeside Legendz TikTok. That's Lakeside Legendz with a Z, and hit the follow button. I will say it's a little dormant at the moment since we just created the profile. I don't believe we have enough followers to actually stream yet. This also paired with the fact that TikTok doesn't have the streaming from PC function totally put together. So we're not streaming on that yet. I've been talking with Lore, and we are kind of thinking of some stuff we can do after the holidays to try to get some content out there and have some fun with it. But we need followers to be able to have enough to stream onto PC. So if you are watching, please head over there and hit the follow button. Once we get the followers we need, we can start streaming on there, and you can watch these sessions on TikTok as well. As I mentioned, Laura is not with us tonight, so her character is missing, but she has offered to go live on her TikTok to stream this session, so she is at home and she is watching. Yay, Lore! So if you are watching from Lady Allore's TikTok, then welcome to the Lakeside. Welcome to our show. We hope you enjoy it. We stream Dungeons and Dragons, and we are currently going through the Curse of Strahd. And yeah, let's begin our adventure. Welcome back, adventurers, to another episode of the Curse of Strahd, with your cast here at Lakeside Legendz. First, we normally have imra'lyr Sardith, our Shadow Elf Ranger played by Lore, but she's not here. Next is Kinsley, our firbolg cleric played by Blair. Me, a changeling druid played by Arthur. And Francisco Guadalupe del Valle, a changeling fighter played by Trevor. And let's not forget about yours truly, your DM and master storyteller for this saga, DM David. Yay! DM David! Round of applause. Okay, on our last episode, the Misfits finished rifling through Vakterhaus estate and all of Lady Fiona's belongings. It was here that they found their next item of fortune, a holy symbol in the shape of a sun. As our heroes were admiring the holy symbol, a voice from outside called for them. It was Lavash and his brother Erigel, the leaders of the Vistani camp from just outside of town. Having now experienced life inside the walls of Valleki, the men were not keen on giving their new home up without a fight. So they challenged our heroes to a duel, the winner earning the right to decide the fate of the town. Not being one to back down when chivalry comes calling, Francisco stepped forward and accepted the offer. Lavash pulled out his blades and the bout began. Eventually, Francisco stood the victor and was given the right to decide the small town's fate. As promised, Aragol, Lavash, and the rest of the Vistani backed down peacefully, heading back to their camp outside of town. Francisco and his friends then set about putting the town back together as they called both Irina Kolyana and Ismark Kolyanovich to be the new burgomasters of Veleky. Through the brother and sister's leadership and the support of everyone in town, Veleky was finally on a path towards something good for once in its sad history. Afterwards, our heroes were drawn to Lake Zarovich to the north. It was here they found the mad mage previous rumors had mentioned. The Misfits captured the Arcanist, used a scroll of greater restoration to cure him of his madness, and ultimately found that the magical individual was none other than Mordenkainen from the Circle of Eight. The mage invited them into his magnificent mansion, taught them some history on the Circle of Eight, and granted each party member a supernatural gift as a thank you for curing his madness. Noticing how close they now were to the border of Barovia and the magical mists that confines them to this place, imra'lyr decided that she would like to try something before the group made their way back to town. She used the spell Etherealness to step into the borderland ethereal. Her theory to use this ability to travel through the magical mists. To imra'lyr's surprise, her idea worked. The mist was not attacking her like it did her companion, me, when he attempted to step through it. Instead, she stood there untouched. However, as relief washed over her, a familiar voice began to drift through the mist. The voice belonged to her friend, Aphrodel. imra'lyr took off to find him. When his form finally appeared before her, she approached, calling his name as she stepped out of the ethereal plane. As soon as she did this, a vortex opened up behind her and mist poured out, grabbing imra'lyr and pulling her in just as Aphrodel glimpsed her visage forming before him. Back in Barovia, the rest of the Misfits were standing at the border with their new wizard friend, waiting for imra'lyr to return. Just as they were beginning to worry over her, the sun set behind the mountains, and Zula noticed the full moon in the sky. With an expression of horror, she turned to see me hunched over, clutching his stomach, as his first lycanthropic transformation began. And that is where we are now. Ah! Didn't even hear that. Didn't even come through. So, you guys are in the forest above Lake Zarovich. Me is there before you. Zula has just turned and said, "Run! It's the full moon! I was wrong!" What do you guys do?
Oh, crap. Running? We're running back to the mansion.
Okay. So, Mordenkainen waves over and gets all of your attention, waves for you to follow him back to his magnificent mansion, where he could keep out those he didn't want. Zula stays behind to take...
We have spit.
Yes, you do have spit. You have spit with you.
I have spit.
Spit the little goblin. And Zula has stayed behind, the werewolf mother of Kinsley. She has stayed behind to help take care of me and help with his transformation and what is going on right now. Me. As this begins, give me a nature check. Your initial nature check.
Do you have
What does the blessing, how much does the blessing give me?
the inspiration? I don't know how much
Inspiration lets you reroll.
Adds a D4, I believe.
Or, okay,
it's that kind of inspiration.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bardic or anything like that. It's just a, hey.
Yeah. Inspiration.
Little bit of help.
Inspiration is a roll. The game master can reward, blah, blah, blah. You can draw...
I mean, I'll add the inspiration.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a 13. I got actually in between.
So you can expand... so what it does is you can expand it when you make an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check. Spending your inspiration gives you advantage on that roll.
Survival.
So it does...
Oh, you get advantage.
It does give you advantage.
So you roll a second time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, not the D4.
Not the D4.
Yep.
I was
so
wrong.
just roll again.
Okay. So So, okay, I got a 12 the first time.
What did you get?
What?
I wanted something crazy to happen, and something crazy happened.
I
I
can't
can't
see
tell
it.
what it is.
It's a nat 20.
Oh,
A
nice.
nat 20?
It's a nat 20.
Oh my gosh, you actually got a nat 20 on that?
Let me-
Are you serious? You actually...
Thank you for the advantage. Yes, yes.
Oh, I see
Oh,
it
I
now.
see
I
it
see it
now.
now.
and
Oh my
verify
gosh. Oh my gosh, I can't
Yeah.
believe you got a nat 20 on that.
Inspiration from the goddess!
Oh my gosh, and that inspiration was granted because Kinsley specifically prayed to Saloon, the goddess of the moon. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh my goodness, okay, so...
My goddess
So
rocks.
much craziness right now.
Me, you are in the middle of your transformation. Zula is watching, just waiting for you to react, for something to happen, because she knows when werewolves turn, their first time is crazy. She knows you need to be controlled. Normally, back in their caves, those cages they had were not just to keep kids there before they transformed. It was to keep them in there when they transformed, because they know that it can be wild. However, with your natural 20, the blessing from the goddess, suddenly a moonbeam blasts down from the heavens and envelops me in sparkling rays of white light. His body begins floating upward as a voice thunders from the heavens. In the light of my full moon, let it be known that this one belongs to me and has my blessing. The fur growing from me's body turns a brilliant shade of platinum, and his pupils shimmer as they turn ice blue. When his transformation is complete, me's body is brought back down to the forest floor. Landing on his feet, me makes a low growl as he breathes in and exhales through his new wolfish snout. Me, you are in complete control. No
Oh
rolls.
my gosh, that's
nothing
making me. That
bad.
actually.
Goosebumps.
That actually.
I can't
That is
believe.
so cool.
I can't believe you rolled a nat 20. Oh my gosh, I'm like on the off chance that this happens, because I mean it's probably not gonna happen. I'm gonna make something really dope happen. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. If
me-
Kinsley saw that, she'd burst into tears like I almost did. Holy
You
crap.
guys were you probably made it back
We're
to
running.
You probably made it back to the mansion by the time this actually happened. However, if I'm going to say you probably didn't step through yet, Kinsley, as you were stepping through, you heard the voice descend out of the heavens. And it's, you know that voice. Saloon has talked to you before. And it was a voice that was projected. Everyone in the area in Barovia heard for the first time the voice of a god. For the first time in a long time. Your presence here in Barovia finally brought Mother Knight's voice back. Strictly because of this freaking nat 20. Oh my gosh. I can't believe you actually got
Let's
that.
go!
Oh my
Let's go!
gosh.
Yeah!
Okay,
Me.
yeah, no, Kinsley she has tears pouring down her face.
Oh my gosh,
Holy
this is
crap.
wild. Me, you're in control. What do you do?
Well, this is interesting.
Is he in wolf form or
He's
is he
in
the
wolf.
werewolf
He's in
form?
hybrid form. Zula walks over.
I am.
Yeah, Zula walks over to you and her eyes are wide and she's like, "Me, are you okay?"
Yeah. I feel pretty good right now, actually.
She lifts a hand and touches your fur. I have never seen a werewolf with such colored fur before. And I've been around them for a very long time. Over 100 years. Oh my goodness. And your eyes, they are blue, not yellow. Wow. Things are changing here in Barovia. They are changing in ways I could have never imagined.
This is just the first step.
What about you guys over
There's
near
much more change.
over near
I heard the
Mordenkainen's?
voice, right?
Yes, everyone did.
Did I
Everyone
hear?
heard
Okay.
it.
Kinsley is just staring, wide-eyed, tears, just in complete awe.
Seeing that me is in complete control of himself, Francisco will walk over to me. You know, me, now that you are very strong like me, why don't we have a wrestling match, see who is stronger, yes?
I don't know how different this'll make me.
It could be fun. Let's see how strong you are. Yo, first transformation. Let's find out.
Francisco, you see looking at him and comparing him to the werewolves that you have seen in Barovia, his form looks leaner. It doesn't look as big as the other werewolves. So maybe strength wasn't added.
I don't know.
I don't know what to do.
To figure out how strong you are. I don't know what changed. You're just a wolf man now.
I'm gonna start walking over and go to my mom. Has this ever happened before?
You see Zula turns to look at you. No. I have never seen anything like this happen before. I've never heard of anything like this happening before. I mean, I know the werewolves worship the Night Mother, or what you call Saloon, but to be blessed by her directly, it is incredible. One of her acolytes must have blessed him. Someone Saloon, someone who, when it comes to their opinion, Saloon respects very much.
I look at Kinsley.
I mean, we had that prayer and small ritual for him. That couldn't have been it, could it?
You see-
could be. You're like our mother, so it could be like the same thing.
You see, Zula has an expression like she had forgotten that had happened, that you guys had done that for me. That must have been it. That must have happened. I could not see any other way. I mean, we werewolves have been praying to the Night Mother for a long time, and she has never answered our prayers. Not like this.
But I'm no acolyte. I've just begun my worship of her.
Time doesn't mean everything when it comes to building a relationship with your God. What matters is your heart and your soul. and gods can perceive all things.
I look over to me. How do you feel?
Different. In a good way.
It's good.
Where's
Oh, go ahead.
Where's imra'lyr? She's been gone
Yeah.
for a
That is-
while.
Very good question. I look to Wizard Boy. You're a magic man. What's going on here? I mean, yes, not the wolf thing. The wolf thing we have figured out. Other thing, Elfker, gone. Not back.
You see Mordenkainen is there, scratching his chin, his little goatee. Well, I know that the mists in Barovia, I've heard anyway, I've never tried to escape, but I've heard that it's difficult to escape through them. It's possible that maybe her stepping through triggered something that, gosh, I don't know. I have no idea. You see, he was trying to, think of a logical explanation, and nothing makes sense.
What normally happens when someone goes through, tries to go through the normal way? Because when we came through, the mist hurt us quite a bit. What
No,
happens?
it's not pleasant.
Yeah, terrible. But what if someone were to try and walk through it? What normally happens?
I'd imagine, if it hurts you, if you stayed in it, it would probably kill you.
How long did she say that spell lasted?
I do not know.
No. 8 hours?
I hope so.
I go up to the mist and I just want to touch him with my hand. Just touch it.
The mist?
Yeah.
As soon as you do, your hand starts to burn.
Okay, I pull it back. Okay. Not good. Okay.
As you guys are having this conversation, suddenly, Kinsley, you hear a voice in your head. You hear someone say, "Kinsley, where is imra'lyr?"
Do I recognize the voice?
Yeah, you do. Give me a history check to see if you can place it.
Oh no.
Well, that's not bad. That's gonna be a 15.
15. You recognize this voice belongs to Aphrodel.
Aphrodel. Well, we're stuck in Barovia, and Imra tried to astral project to you, and she hasn't returned. Have you seen her?
Imra'lyr appeared to me almost out of thin air. As she did, something pulled her into a maelstrom. She disappeared.
Oh no.
You see it pauses for a second, and then his voice comes through again, through a second message. I tried scrying on her, but everything was kind of fuzzy. All I saw was a castle on a mountain with orangish statues outside.
I think she's been taken. I'm replying. I think she's been taken by one who we're trying to defeat to come back home. I'll get her back. And that's it.
Okay. He responds, "Thank you for watching out for her. Please be safe. Let me know when you found her."
I will. So, hey guys,
Yeah.
that was Aphrodel.
I didn't hear anything.
So, yeah, you guys just see me like sitting there listening and then speaking and then sitting there listening and speaking.
I thought you were crazy for a second, and now I know you're crazy.
No, Aphrodel sent me a message.
How can you do
He
that?
saw-
The phones aren't made yet.
It's a spell.
Oh, okay.
So, he saw Imra, and then she was pulled back into the mist and disappeared. And he tried to scry on her and then saw a castle with orange statues.
He said he saw a
Which-
white castle built into the side of a mountain
That
with orangish statues standing outside.
Aren't there more than one castles in Barovia?
Yes, I do not think it is the Castle of Strahd, porque es in the side of the mountain, no? Like, it is built inside? Is that what he said? Like, in the mountain? Or
What about
I
those?
guess so.
What about those undead?
I turn to my mom. Do you know of a castle, a white castle, built into the side of a mountain? Here in Barovia?
It sounds like it would probably be somewhere on top of one of the two mountains here in Barovia. We are at the base of one of them now. You see she turns and she points up north away from the lake. It's kind of northwestish or northeastish, I'm sorry. She's like, "That is Mount Baratok." And you see a single mountain peak further away. Then she turns and points to the other side, southwards, and then there is Mount Gakis. Mount Gakis is quite a ways away, but it is the only mountain that actually has a road going up to it. If that is a castle built into the side of the mountain, it would probably be Mount Gakis.
Where did the Dark Elves say was the place with information on Strahd? Was that one of these two places? Do you guys remember that? I don't have my notebook with me. It's at home.
Jessica's the one who
Ember
writes everything
Temple.
down.
The
I
Ember
usually do
Temple,
too.
top of Mount Krakis.
Gakis, yeah.
Gakis.
So it is the Amber Temple.
The Amber Temple.
Yeah, you
That's
guys.
the-
That's what you guys are thinking of. Is the Amber Temple on top of Mount Gakis?
And the castle sounds like it was on Gakis.
Sounds like it's built into the side of a mountain, and Mount Zula told you Mount Gakis is the only one that actually has a road going up it.
Is
So
there
that
a way that we could scout this mountain before going all the way to the other one?
Well, we could. I don't see why not. We're already. You guys, like, you are sitting in the forest and you're on a hill that essentially looks up. You're about halfway, because when you were going after the Mad Mage, you were going up the side of the mountain in the forest. So you're already about a quarter, half-ish way. So, I mean, you can see the mountain very clearly. It's right there. You would have to travel to the other side of the mountain to actually check that side if you wanted to.
Really have a way to do that quickly.
Are you able to turn people into animals?
Can you cast spells right now?
I don't. Maybe. I'll go ahead and try. I'm pretty sure I know what the result's gonna be. But I'll go ahead and try to cast a spell. The only thing I could do to change your form would be like polymorph.
Can you turn someone into a fast bird?
Yes, on the fly.
All right. What's the falcon CR?
Turn me into something majestic, something
Like-
powerful.
Sounds rating 1/4. Yeah, that should definitely be enough.
Oh,
So like a
yeah.
falcon. So Me's gonna wave his hand and try to focus in and try to cast polymorph on Francisco to turn him into a falcon.
Okay. So me tries to dig deep into the recesses of his being and searches for that pool of magic that he pulls on when he needs it. However, in this form, it feels that that pool is unattainable, inaccessible. You go to try to cast something, and nothing happens.
I'm like still standing in a T pose.
I touch Francisco's forehead. And I do like a light boop with my claw.
Long, sharp claw.
Did I do it?
Just
Am I
like a
bird?
light boop. There. You're now a bird.
Give me a dexterity check, me.
Alright. I think, yeah, that's just a flat 12.
Okay. So you go and you push against him with your claw, and you push a little too deep, and you see like a little bit of blood starts to go down Francisco's face.
This part of the spell? Is this part of the spell?
Yes. Yes. You are now a falcon.
I began flapping my arms, trying to fly.
Nothing happened.
What do you mean? You said I am now transformed. Am I not? Oh, you dirty.
I don't appear to be able to cast spells in this form.
Oh,
Well,
that
it
is
sounds like
unfortunate.
we can't really do anything until tomorrow.
Do we rest? I think that's a good idea.
I wish I had a way I could check on Imra. I didn't plan for that, so I didn't stock any spells like that.
Yes.
I have to say, it's very nice being able to just, I sit down, kind of just like put my feet let my feet out, and I kind of like try to fluff my fur as much as I can. It's nice to go through this not difficultly.
Yeah, you feel pretty comfortable, me.
Can we
I
get
turned
a,
out to be a fluffer.
Can we get a fluffy check? Can we see how
Yeah,
fluffy?
roll for fluffiness. Roll me a nat 20. Roll
Okay,
for
let's see.
fluffiness.
Okay, that's a 10.
Oh, medium level fluff. He's not a super fluffy poodle, but he's also not a short-haired pit bull. He's kind of in between.
Probably what you would expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that's what you expect from a werewolf.
But his fur is a very pretty color of platinum. It is very shiny and beautiful. It's not gray. Gray is very dull. His is actually shiny.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool.
Well, you'll be hard to lose.
That's for sure. I do like this.
I think we should sleep and
Yes.
get an early start to get Emma
Maybe.
back.
Very good.
Okay.
I
really feel
walk
tired.
over.
You should enjoy this.
I will go out with him.
Thank you.
Show him what it means to be a werewolf.
Thank you.
Keep him out of trouble.
Oh, of
He
course.
was trouble before he changed.
I think he will be fine.
Perfect.
So, Kinsley, Spit, Francisco, and Mordenkainen make their way back to Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion, kind of hidden in the in a cave on the side of the mountain. Zula and me race off, and Zula shows me what it means to be a werewolf and shows him what he can do, where he can go, how quickly he can move, his new senses, his new abilities, teaches him all that good stuff. When you guys get back to Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion, he shows you the rooms you can stay in, for there are lots of different rooms there. But as you come in, Kinsley and Francisco, give me perception checks.
Perception.
Dirty 20.
13.
Okay. Francisco, as you guys walk in, gets distracted by all the servants again, bringing around food and drinks
So
and
crazy. What kind of magic is this? It's so freaking. Holy crap.
just enjoying it, loving all of it. But Kinsley, you notice that as you guys walk in, Spit reaches into the bag and pulls out the curtain that you guys had taken from the Stonehill Inn when you guys first met. He wraps it around himself and waddles over into a corner, and you hear light sobbing coming from him.
It's gonna make me cry too.
This makes me sad. And I mean, Francisco doesn't notice, but I'm sad.
That makes me so sad. I'm just gonna go and sit next to him. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm gonna sit next to him and I'm gonna pull out some food
Okay. You go to pull out the
and just kind
food.
of sit with him.
Mm-hmm. You sit down next to Spit as he sobs into his little curtain blanket, his homemade toga. And you try to offer him some food. And he goes, "No, I don't want it. I'm using another mommy."
We're going to get her back, Spit. I promise.
That's what my other mommy told me. She said it would be okay. She said not to worry. She told me just to hide and it would all be over.
I just put my hand on him. Just try to give him what little comfort I can. You're so mean.
I feel bad that me's like having the time of his life right now.
You're just being so mean to the pregnant lady.
I know, right? I'm
awful.
hormonal.
So, Spit, as he's kind of sobbing, turns and looks up at you, Kinsley. Did I ever tell you guys how I came to be with the Kragmaw?
No.
Well, when I was younger, I lived in a peaceful goblin village with my family deep in the forest. One day I was playing outside my family's mud hollow, and a group of dark-skinned elves came to talk to the village elder. I'm a curious goblin, so I followed. I followed behind and I watched the funny-looking elves meet with our elder through a window in a little hole. The dark-skinned elves told our elder that from now on, everyone in the village was under the rule of their queen. Spider queen or something. The guy talking pointed to a different dark-skinned elf and said, "This one's being sent on an important mission within the area, and he's gonna need goblins to act as his agents and spies and minions." This offended our village elder, so he pushed back and said, "We goblins are not some inferior race that others could take advantage of. Our village is peaceful. We stay out of the way of others." Our elder said he would not give in to these demands and asked the funny-looking elves to leave. But the elves insisted. They said that if he wouldn't give in, the village would be taken by force. Our elder didn't believe him, and he asked them to leave again. So they did. A few days later, our village was attacked by bugbears, hobgoblins, and a small army of other goblins from clans that must have already given in to the demands of the dark-skinned elves. My mom and dad, and a bunch of other strong goblins, members of our clan, they fought against the invaders, while younger goblins like me hid. When the fight was over, none of our warriors were left alive. So those of us that were left were taken. From that point on, we followed the orders of our new chieftains. I was assigned to Clark. And the rest you know. This is just like back then, when the dark-skinned elves came. They took my mommy. All because their stupid queen, some spider queen. He turns and just sobs into your chest.
I pull him up to my chest and just let him cry.
And know what we are doing after Strahd.
I'm just holding him.
Okay. Eventually, Spit sobs himself to sleep. You guys want to do anything before you go to bed?
I'm still going to say my prayer, but I'm not moving. I'm just doing it right there.
Okay.
I will eventually get up and go to bed, but I'll be carrying him and just put him in bed with me.
Okay.
I take out a piece of paper, and I write down a list of names. it's my own personal hit list. At the top right now is Strahd. Second is Spider, Queen Lady, Dark-Skinned Elf. And sure, I'll think of some other names later and I'll put the paper away.
Just have the two.
The mortal enemies list. That's awesome. Okay. So eventually you guys go to bed. And the next morning comes. You have all gotten a long rest, including me, even though me was up all night. He will get his long rest because he was able to maintain control. The next morning, as me comes walking in, the moon sets, and as you walk through the door, you turn back into me. You have made it through your first night as a werewolf without any hitches.
I would like to note that when me goes back to his human form, A, his hair is now platinum. B, his eyes are now like the blue color, like frost blue. And his hair is now slightly, a little bit longer.
A little bit more wild.
Little shag. It's pretty cool, pretty cool.
Awesome. So, guys are up. You're feeling good. Make sure you hit long rest on D&D Beyond. Make sure you guys all get that. Francisca, I know you were pretty low on HP. So I want to make sure you all get that.
I always at hell half.
Yes, I saw. So, the next morning, Mordenkainen greets you all. He is in the kitchen, and he has shooed away all his little servants, and he is bustling about making food and flipping pancakes, and he's got coffee going and a bunch of stuff, and offers you all food. Before you go, please have this meal that I have prepared for you. This is another thank you for saving me from my madness. I know that Barovia is a very wretched place, and I don't know the next time that you're going to get a good meal. So enjoy this, please.
I check to see how burnt the pancakes are.
Yeah, can I check if it's
Yeah,
edible?
how good is it?
Let me roll performance for you to see how well you
Yeah, I
cooked
wanna see
everything.
it.
Oh,
Is it edible?
Oh, no.
Oh no.
You got a 4. So
Yes.
actually, wait. I have to look at his sheet to see. I have to add stuff to that.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Has a -4 to performance.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny.
Mordenkainen. Ugh, you poor sap.
Don't know.
And performance.
Is that a pancake on the
Yeah,
ceiling?
not he got a total of a 7, so it's still real bad. It's edible, but the bacon's burnt. You cut into the pancakes, and it's still really a little doughy.
A little doughy.
But the coffee's
I hate
good.
that.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, Me's not that picky. He sits down and he starts eating. He's kind of worse.
Kinsey's like, oh, I should have gotten up early to cook.
Molly, it is but you know,
You know,
fine. It's okay.
I'm gonna try to coax spit into eating some food.
You say he takes a little bacon and nibbles it, and then he goes, "This reminds me of Mom's pocket bacon."
Oh.
Okay, we need to find imra'lyr like ASAP. Like
Yeah.
can I like take some bacon and sausages and put in my pockets?
Yeah, definitely. He made a lot, so
I stuff
take more with you.
Yeah, I stuff like the maximum amount of bacon in my pocket as I can.
I'm kind of like, I'm taking the burnt bacon and I'm like crushing it up, putting it in vials, and kind of like making bacon bits.
Just some seasoning for later.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
With age.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay, so you guys get up. Mordenkainen sees you out to his front door. Thanks you again profusely for all you have done. Reminds you that he will be willing to come and help when you go against Strahd, to send him a message when you are ready. Hopefully he will have found his spell book and his staff by then so he can help. And you guys take off. Where are you going?
Well, should
Me. Bird
Yeah.
me.
Ah,
Polymorph?
bird. Yes, I shall do
or
that.
would it be better if you yourself used a wild
No.
shape, not using your spells?
I mean, that would actually probably be a smarter idea.
I mean, I guess.
Also,
It's-
it does help that I have learned some tricks in being able to be more perceptive in more than just sight.
Oh.
Well,
Well, I guess I'll be off to scout ahead.
Okay.
yep, just look for a castle built into a mountain.
All right.
Okay. So
I go ahead and I beast shape into a falcon.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Can you
Right.
fly?
I can't. I cannot fly.
Oh no! So you have to use
I
a spell
forgot.
anyway.
When
I do
you
have to
beast
do the
shape,
polymorph.
you can't fly when you beast shape.
Yeah.
He's not a high enough level.
Yeah, not a high enough level. I also didn't do Circle of the Moon, so I can't do it earlier. So
Right.
Okay.
because I'm more of a sneaky boy with land. I do remember that I actually cannot fly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Francisco.
Well, he wants to do this very bad, so
He's very eager.
to fly.
Let's see, it's VSM. Okay, so I do have to say something. All right. I put my hand on Francisco's shoulder, and I say, "May your body move with the freedom of flight, and be able to soar through the skies and feel the wind. May nature bless you and bring you forth good fortune." And energy pulsates out of my hand as you transform, polymorphed into a falcon.
You see that you go to transform Francisco. You put your hand on there and you do the magic and you feel it leave your fingertips. However, it hits Francisco and dissipates.
Oh, freak. No, what?
It
Okay.
doesn't work on Francisco.
Is it because I'm a changeling?
Polymorph has no effect on shape changers.
I forgot. You guys,
I forgot.
I even brought that up. I was the one who brought that up.
God.
Wow.
I forgot.
So you can't even use it on yourself.
Oh, that's right.
You,
Also, actually, I believe I have double protection because I'm also a
Well,
werewolf.
you're a werewolf. You're a druid, and I mean, and that's up to DM's discretion. And you're a changeling.
Yeah,
You're
so
three
I'm-
different types of shape changer. Well,
It doesn't affect Francisco.
I wanted to be a bird. Oh.
You know, we really should have. Francisco, how did we both forget?
I don't know, it's been such a long time since someone tried to turn me into anything that, I just forgot.
so
Well, there goes my fourth level
does
spell
that
slot.
mean?
Shall we sleep
Time
again?
to start walking.
Awesome. Okay.
No.
You guys didn't happen to go up there during your run last night, did you? That probably would have been the smarter thing to do.
No, we got a little sidetracked.
Well,
Well,
you know what? I'm gonna,
I could just summon a bird.
but doesn't that use another spell?
Yeah, but it's not like it can be like, not one of the spells that's like more like
Okay.
possible.
One that doesn't take a lot of energy.
Yeah.
All right.
What's the spell? Is it summon
Conjure
animals?
animals.
Oh, conjure animals.
Yeah. So if I wanted, I could actually just have like some ravens or a hawk. I could have up to, what was it, 8?
Can't
I could have 8 hawks go scout.
Okay.
have them split up.
So you summon 8 hawks to your location. They all come down and
Well,
join you.
Technically, they're fake creatures. but,
Oh,
you know,
right, yeah. So you
it's that
conjure out
more
of
so
thin
than they do.
air. Yep, some ravens, or you said ravens,
I make
right?
them burrow out of the ground. I'm gonna go with hawks.
Hawks, okay.
Well,
Eh,
I mean, it doesn't matter. You're not going to use them.
I mean, they do
So
have
sad.
different stats.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Which one has the
Probably
better
not gonna
perception?
be, probably not gonna be like, that's a +4 for a hawk, and that's a +3 for a raven. And then the last one I'll check will be a crow. Actually, I don't think they have a stat sheet for crows.
No, I
Yeah,
just think they
carrion
go with
crows.
ravens.
Probably. Yeah, we're gonna go with hawk because it has a higher perception.
Okay. So you summon 8 hawks. And
They
these
burrow out of the ground.
they burrow out of the ground. Okay, so these 8 hawks burrow out
That's
of the
odd.
ground, and they are walking along the ground. They come up to you and look up at you expectantly, me.
All right, my little friends, we need to find a white castle inside of the mountain that we're on with 2 large orange statues.
The number was not
I
given.
don't know how many there were, but
Yeah.
just
Large
Orange.
orange
Large.
statues.
Orange statues.
And I need you all to fly around the mountain, different directions, cover as much ground as you can, and see what you can find.
Okay. So
And report back to me.
they all take off. It is still going to be quite a bit of time because you are on the side of a big mountain, and their flying speed is 60, which is pretty fast, but can only go so fast. So they're going to be gone for...
Oh no.
They are gone for about 4 hours. Eventually, they do return.
how long does the spell last?
How long does that spell
1
last?
hour.
Okay. So
Only an
after
hour.
One
an
hours.
hour, they start to come back to you. Right before the hour is up. An hour doesn't give them enough time to go over the entire mountain, but I will make perception checks for them. One of them rolled really well, and does inform you through interpretive hawk dance, because they cannot speak. Informs you that he saw a very big bear, and that he saw a number of smaller creatures, but nothing that would tell you that they saw a castle or anything unnatural.
Well, thank you all for your help.
Okay.
They
So-
burrow back down into the ground and disappear.
So
Okay.
weird. Well, shall we start trekking to the other mountain?
Yeah. They good, yeah.
Okay. So, you guys start making your way back down the side of the mountain. You get back to Lake Zarovich, where you had originally rowed over, and your little rowboat is still there waiting for you. So you guys get in, and you start rowing back towards Valeki. And you guys eventually make it to the other side of the shore. It is now about noonish, and you're back in Valeki. Are you wanting to do anything or talk to anyone before you start making your way towards what you believe is the Ember Temple?
I want to see if we can get some horses or something to speed up this process.
Okay. Yeah. Let me open up some stuff real quick. This is not something that I thought you guys would do. But that's okay.
Aren't
Because
horses?
there are answers for this. There are answers.
That answers your question.
Where are you gonna go to inquire? You're in Veleky. What are you doing?
I'm gonna ask Martikov if he knows of any places where we can get horses.
Okay. So you guys make your way over to the Blue Water Inn, where you know Erwin Martikov, who is the innkeeper there. You come inside and you see that this place is pretty full. Normally you're used to it being pretty dead because everyone lived in fear of the old burgomaster, but people seem to be a little bit better. You guys walk in and Erwin is cleaning a giant mug from behind the bar, and he waves over and he's like, "Oh, my favorite customers, welcome back to Veleky, my friends. How are you?"
We're doing good. We're doing good. We are. We need horses.
Horses? Well, what are you needing horses for?
I do travel.
We have to go to the mountain all the way over there
Yes.
to get Imra back
Yeah.
from someone
Yeah.
who's taken her.
Oh, you're going all the way to Mount Gakis, huh?
Yeah,
Yes.
this is kind of far. Little far.
Ooh, that is quite a trip.
Hence the horses.
Well, I imagine you'll probably be taking Solenka Pass. That is probably the safest way to go. I will suggest... I will suggest being careful, and if you can afford it or you know someone, I would suggest finding a guide. It can be very dangerous through there.
Where
Do you have any suggestions on who we could hire for such a thing?
Well, not off the top of my head. There's not many people who go near Mount Gakis or the Solenka Pass. At least not here in Veleky proper that I know of.
is there anybody near the pass, like a village or a hermit or Kermit? Or
Well, I mean, the winery is on the way there. I can't imagine you find anyone in the Vistani camp outside of town that would want to go up there. That's about it. Everything else
what
is
about
pretty far out of the way.
guide? Where are we going to find the guide? We could risk it. I mean, we are very powerful, I guess.
Most of Barovia's greater fears are, well, not quite what they expected.
Yeah. Well, for now we need horses. Guide, I guess we can find on the way.
Okay, well, if you
I would bring us some horses, but unfortunately, it only lasts an hour, so...
well, if
What were you going to say, sorry?
are you talking to me?
Yes.
I was going to say, I mean,
Martikov.
if you are looking for riding horses, the best place to look would probably be the Eris Stockyard. They have, that's essentially what,
Okay.
it's essentially what acts as our general goods store. They pretty much have a lot of different things, and it's a stockyard, so people usually park their carts there. And they do have some horses for sale. I can't attest to how good the horses will be, but they are there.
Well, something is something, no? Yes, okay, cool. Thank you. For any other questions? Anybody?
No, let's just try to get some horses and...
Perfect. Okay, Martikov, thank you very much for your help. The business looks great. I hope it keeps up.
Yes, well, everything will be good until those barrels of wine disappear. And then I'm afraid things
We're
will...
not supposed to talk about that, remember?
Yeah, well, obviously. You see, he's like talking close to you. He's not saying it out loud so everyone can hear. But he's like, yes.
You're just in his face. Shh. We don't talk about that here.
Yes, well, good luck on what you do. I hope you find her. I hope you find the imra'lyr. It would be terrible for something to
will.
happen to her. Okay.
I'm just holding Spit's hand and squeezing it.
Yeah, Spit still has
Speaking
that cover
of-
over him.
Speaking of the Vistani, are the dark elf people with them still?
Oh, I would imagine so. I mean, I've never seen them leave.
Okay, cool. Just needed to check in with one of them real quick. Just wanted to make sure they still were there. Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Again. A bow and I leave.
Erwin walks out of the front door with you and points you over towards the poor section of town. The giant stockyard near the coffin maker's shop where you guys were hiding in those houses. There was the road that goes around like a giant pit, and this giant pit essentially looks like those excavating holes you see where construction guys are digging out a giant hole and getting the dirt and stuff. That's what it is, but down at the bottom is the Erasek stockyard, and that's where everything is, and that's where you guys originally saw Rictavio's colorful wagon and stuff when you first came to Valeki. And you're gonna walk in that direction?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys make your way in that direction, and you see that this large stockyard has several locked sheds along its periphery and lies adjacent to a roomy warehouse. A wooden sign above the front gate reads Erasek Stockyard. Parked at the south end of the stockyard is multiple wagons, and there is a little barn that has some horses. Yeah. You guys walk into the roomy warehouse, which is essentially the general store.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So you guys... what was that mean?
I was gonna say I'd like to see if I can find whoever's in charge of managing the horses and stuff.
Okay. So you guys go into the warehouse first, and you see that there is what looks to be a middle-aged married couple. More the man and woman they're both very skinny, both have graying hair. They both look like they're very tired, but also a little grumpy. And you guys come walking in, and they're like, "Huh, what do you want?"
We want horses.
Oh, horses. Oh, okay. Did you hear that? Yelena, they want horses. Oh, Ganta, horses. Oh, that's great. Let's get some horses. How many do you need?
How many of there's what? 5 of us, but Spit could ride with someone.
And I could probably ride with someone.
Yeah, me and I could, ride together.
We can look like children.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you guys can be small.
We can do that. So, like 3 horses. Is it alright if we inspect the horses before we buy them?
Of course, yes, you can inspect the horses all you want, yes. Gunther, go outside and bring them the horses. Okay, I'll go and get the horses. You see the man steps out and goes, and he comes back a little while later leading 3 horses to you guys. to the front. And you see that one is black with white spots here and there. One of them is completely brown, and the other last one is a paint. So it is white and brown splotchy. And he comes up and shows you the horses. They look like they're in decent condition, but maybe a little older. And he's like, these are the best horses we have. They are 300 gold pieces apiece. That is a deal. You'll not find them for anywhere cheaper.
Okay, history check to see if that's actually a decent price.
I want to insight him.
Knowing,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, insight the crap out of it.
Give me some insight checks.
All right. I'll do insight.
I believe them, yeah.
What'd you get,
And that's gonna
Francisco?
be nice.
I got 11.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty good deal.
17.
Okay.
21.
Okay. Kinsley and me, you know that this guy is trying to take you for a ride. Horses do not cost that much. At least on the Sword Coast, they don't. And these horses look like they should be at a discount price because they look not great.
Yeah, good deal, no, guys? Yeah?
No.
Put my hand over Francisco's mouth.
Oh, okay, not good deal.
This is not at all the right price for these kind of horses in this kind of condition.
You strike a hard bargain. I'll go 275 apiece.
No.
Well, if you don't
okay,
want
though-
the horses, get out of here.
How
Well,
much
you
do
know-
they go for go for on the Sword Coast?
In my background, would I know?
Make history checks to see if you can recall. If you've ever bought a horse before, or if you've ever attempted to.
You're treating me nice, Dice. You're my favorite right now. That's a 19.
What did you get, Kinsley?
Not good.
Not good.
I got like a 6.
Yeah, so Kinsley has no idea what they go for.
I just know that he's trying to gouge
Trying to
us.
jip you. Me, having been around horses and grew up around horses, because you grew up in a very prosperous family that had lots of horses all the time, you know that a good riding horse goes for about 75 gold pieces.
You know, we did kind of save the town without us. And I flex a little bit. Without us, you wouldn't have these horses to sell.
Normal prices for horses go about 75 gold pieces, and considering these ones are in not great condition, it appears that you may be overcharging us.
You see that the man
I
walks
would like-
over. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead and finish.
I would like to kind of. Oh, I mean, you do your thing. It'll be fine.
Oh, okay. So
Here's
you
my
see that
reaction.
Gunther walks over to Francisco and holds out a finger and pokes him in the chest, and he's like, "So it was you. You were the ones who took away the old burgomaster. Now anyone can grow anything at anywhere at any time, and no one's coming to my store anymore. It's all your fault."
While he's doing this, can I do speak with animals?
Sure.
All right, I cast speak with animals. All right, my fine horse fellows. How many of you are there in this store?
So
The
let me
stable.
look up speak with animals. They answer you directly.
I think you
don't
have
they?
to do it. I think you have to cast it on one animal. You can't
You gain
like
the
cast.
ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration.
With any
It's
beast.
self-targeted, and it is
Okay.
any around
Oh, got
But
it.
the
Okay.
beasts are limited to their intelligence. Okay.
to their intelligence. Yeah.
Okay.
So basic information of like how many other horses are there?
So riding horses have an intelligence of -4. So
Oh.
They're not smart.
they're not very smart. But they do respond by one of them not whinnies its head up and down, and then pounds on the ground 6 times.
Okay. So that's 6 plus 3, that's 9 in total. Are you
there
happy
was
here?
6 in total.
Or 6 in total. Okay. Are you happy here? I'm asking each of the horses individually.
Do they know what that
Gosh.
means?
Yeah, I mean, horses. You see that they don't give you a definitive answer. They just kind of whinny and all kind of whinny, and kind of trot in place. It's kind of hard to tell.
All right. I'll reserve any further decisions.
So you are the one who has made it so that the taxes are gone, so that there's no more laws, that people can grow vegetables anywhere they want. I used to grow it all here in the stockyard and sell it, and we made lots of money, and now we have no money because no one comes to buy our vegetables. They grow their own. So you're the one who did it. When the old burgomaster never bothered us, he came and collected his taxes, and that was it. That was all he wanted from us. And then we'd import something nice from him from the village of Barovia or Kresk or something, and that was it. Now, the new burgomasters, they never show their face around here. They don't talk to us. They don't care about us who live over here in the stockyard because we are fine and they don't need anything from us. So you
Why
will take
don't
my
you go
horses?
visit them yourselves.
Because I am working.
Then why don't you change your business? Why don't you do an import store? It sounded like that was working good for you before, no?
The
With
only person who could
previous
afford
burgomaster?
that was the burgomaster. No one else in town can afford that stuff. What am I supposed to do?
I
Can
sell
I-
it at a cheaper price, or you can there's competition. No more people are growing things, so you beat their prices. No, is
There
that
used
not
to
how
be
economy
no
work?
competition. Now there is competition.
Yeah,
I
but
want
now-
no competition. I want it all. So you will buy my horses for
but isn't
300
that
gold
better?
pieces.
All right. Can I see where he took the horses out from?
Make a percent. Well, you guys saw a barn as you were walking in. You didn't come outside till after he brought the horses to you.
Okay. Can I see where he is and where his wife is, or if there's anyone else around, specifically around the
no.
barn?
Make a perception check to see if you can see anyone else. You know that the wife is inside, and he is outside poking his finger in Francisco's chest.
So she's inside. He's right there. Anyone else around the barn? That's not one.
You don't see anyone.
All right. I'd like to go ahead and walk to the side, out of view of the man, and not in front of any windows. If there's a back alleyway-ish area, I can kind of just shimmy over to real quick.
Make a stealth check.
That's an 11.
An 11. He doesn't see you.
Okay. I would like to look to see if I can find a way into the barn.
Okay, so you snuck into a little alley.
Wait. First, I wanted to go into the alley to first cast invisibility.
Oh, okay. So you go to the side of the building where the guy can't see you. Essentially, how it's set up is there is the building, the warehouse that's right there. And then on the other side of the compound is the barn. And those are kind of the only two real buildings, but there are lots of wagons and carts and other things throughout the stockyard. So you kind of go in between the building and a cart and sneak over there. He doesn't see you. You cast invisibility. And now what do you want him to do?
I would like to see if I can find a way into the barn.
Okay. So you're going to sneak over to the barn. It's on the other side of the compound.
Yep.
Okay. So go ahead and give me another stealth check with advantage because you are invisible.
Alright. 30-20.
Nice. Okay. You are able to successfully sneak over to the barn. And you see when you get there, there is one of those big sliding barn doors. And at the moment, it is unlocked because he unlocked it, grabbed some horses, and brought them over.
Can I try to slip in?
Yeah, it's
Like, kind of open it a crack and slip in?
Yeah, you're far
All
enough
right.
away now
I do
that
that.
you do that. Okay. You slip inside and you see that there are a total of like 9 stalls here. 6 of them total are normally occupied. 3 of those horses are gone. You look over and you see 3 more horses in here. There are near the front of the barn. There's a staging area where there's some tables and there's some saddles set up over there, some reins, and there is a black horse, a palomino champagne colored horse, and there's another black and white spotted one. These horses, looking at them, look about the same in health as the others.
All right. Are their stalls locked, or are they just closed?
You gonna go make an investigation check? See if you can. Well, you know what? Having grown up around horses and been around barns, you would know to look where the latches are and everything. Fortunately for you, you've already rolled well on knowing horses. So you look around and you see that there are regular latches. There are no locks on these latches. You figure that the only lock they probably use for this barn is the front barn door, which currently doesn't have a lock on it.
All right. So I would like to go stall by stall and open up each one,
Oh no.
Okay.
I
and
knew where
then
this was going.
No.
and then I'm going to use a new thing I have.
Uh-oh.
Here's that chaos.
All right. So real quick. This is a sliding door.
Yes, they are sliding doors.
I mean, that's. Oh, I guess I'm gonna try it. I'm going to cast thaumaturgy on the door and make it pop open, and I'm gonna slap the back of one of the horses to make it hopefully run.
Okay. Give me. So you use thaumaturgy. It pops open. You walk around and slap the back of the horse. Give me an animal handling check.
Run, horsey. No.
What'd you get?
That's a 5.
A 5.
Oh my gosh.
Give me a dexterity check.
Oh no.
Oh jeez.
Don't get kicked.
Why did I roll a 3 again? That's
Oh,
flat.
no.
Oh, you're
Does-
gonna get hit.
Does a 14 hit?
It should.
That hits my AC
that
exactly.
meets, yeah.
Okay. This horse, you slap its butt, and it instantly rears forward and kicks its back legs out, smacks you straight in the face, and you take 7 bludgeoning damage. Your nose is bleeding.
Ow.
It kicks you, you slam into
But
the
he's
back.
invisible. Did it do it with disadvantage? To hit? Because he's invisible.
He rolled higher.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
It didn't do
All
it.
right. Now with
Tried
my
to help
hurt,
ya.
with my hurt nose, I'm going to this time. I'll see if I can just get the horses to just move normally. Like, just go.
Yeah, you see, you kind of like it doesn't really give me another animal handling check. It's got to see how well you actually do anything.
Okay. All right. 18.
Okay, this time,
A little bit better.
me holding his nose thinks, there's got to be something around here that I can like lure them out with. So you start looking around the front staging area, and you see that there is like a little like bucket, and the bucket has some like pretty old looking carrots in it. You pull a carrot out and you start to like bring it forward. And you see that it slowly starts coming out of the stall.
All right, I'm trying to get all the horses, so I'm gonna try to just open up all their stalls and just lead carrots outside, and you know,
Try to get them to run off.
These don't seem to.
yeah, trying to get them to
Doesn't
run
want
off,
to.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you lead.
See if I can make them run free.
You are able to lead them out of the stall using the carrots to kind of bring them out. And you throw one of the carrots outside, and they do book it out of the barn. One of them stops to pick up the carrot, and the others are kind of like running in circles throughout the stockyard. They're kind of just around. And let me see if this guy even notices.
You know,
Maybe
I
he's so upset with me.
I thought these horses would be like
Good
a little
point.
bit more like run free kind of thing, but they're not.
They're not that motivated.
Yeah, they're not really not that
They're
motivated.
domesticated horses that are used to being fed every day. So,
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
but the guy, I had him roll at disadvantage for his like perception to see if he notices, because he is busy with Francisco. But he rolled high both times, so he goes and turns. He's like, "What is going on over there? Why are my horses out? I'll be right back. Don't you move. Yelena, come here and take these horses. I have to go and get the others." And he starts running towards
I'm
the barn.
going to quickly go up to the others and my disembodied voice say, "Quick, just grab the horses. Let's go."
But
Anton,
we're not doing that.
We'll leave the actual amount that we should pay, 75 maximum each, and then we go. He's trying to cheat us. This is just being fair.
You hear that as you are discussing this, you guys hear that someone is starting to come to the door. Yelena is starting to come outside. Got to make a decision quick. What are you doing?
I take 75 gold out of my own pocket, put it like on the ground next to the horse, and I hop on one of them, and I go, yeah.
Give me an animal handling check. See if you can get it to go. You're barebacking
Please
it.
don't
You
get fucked
didn't
up.
stop to put. You didn't stop
We
to
don't
put
have any
anything on him.
saddles.
You have no
I'm a
saddles.
druid, thank you. So I got word animal handling. That's a 21.
Oh yeah, it takes
Sure,
off. You
then.
grab it by the mane and kick it, and it takes off. What are you guys doing?
I look at Francisco.
I will do whatever you want, Kinsley. I trust your judgment way more.
4, 3,
I can't.
2,
I can't.
1.
It's fine.
She comes.
fine.
Yelena comes outside, and she's like, "What is going on? Oh my goodness!" She looks over
One
and
of the
she
horses
me's
ran
taking off.
away.
Is she? Oh, okay. You're saying one
Yeah,
of the
no.
horses
I'm also
ran away?
invisible.
Oh yeah, he's still
I am
invisible.
invisible.
Yeah. So she turns and she looks and she's like, "Oh no! What is that horse doing? Why is it running? Ooh, where's this pile of money?" She picks up the
picking-
money and she puts it in her pocket, and then
my
she starts
gosh.
running after the horse that me's on.
Me, you better get that horse out of there because you've paid for it.
I did. You know,
me's
me,
going. That she cannot
me
catch
maybe-
that horse. Me is running to the
Me
center
may
of
be a
town.
little bit disruptive, but I mean, hey, he's gonna pay, you know.
I can't do that.
No, it is okay. It is okay, Kinsley. I trust your judgment a little bit more than me's.
Okay, so me is escaping with his horse to the center of Valeki. What are you two going to do? Are you going to go after him? Are you just going to sit there and twiddle your
I'm
thumbs?
going to go over to the older gentleman. I'm going to help him calm down his horses, hoping to get in his better graces.
Okay.
And I will sit here with the other two horses so they don't run off.
Okay. Francisco, give me an animal handling check. You guys are no fun.
I can't. Kinsley can't. She can't do it.
Hey!
Oh,
I'm
gosh, that's not
I am following how we're going. You know, gotta go more druid boy. You know.
Wild druid boy.
He tried, you know, freeing the animals. Realized like, oh, they're kind of stupid. I guess I'll just take this one.
On my animal handling.
You got a 1?
A 1, a nat 1.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to the club! Hey!
Okay, I'm not even going to allow you to do a dexterity check to see if you can get out of the way. He's just going to kick it, see if he hits. Nat 20.
Yeah, horse crit on me. Oh my gosh.
So this horse, you go up and it like whinnies up front and then knocks you and lands on you. You're prone underneath of it. And you take...
Don't let Francisco die to a horse.
12 bludgeoning damage and you are prone.
Perfect. This horse has attacked me! Oh, frick! It's definitely not worth 300 freaking gold if it's attacking the people. No!
What are you doing to my horses? Leave it alone! No, Petunia, please don't.
I'm trying to help you! You're struggling!
You see that the guy...
Oh, frick, it hurts so much!
The guy runs over and he tries to like calm the horse down and pull it away. You see eventually he's able to get all 3 of the crazy horses that are running and put them back into the barn. And he comes over and he's like, "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? What happened?
I'm not okay.
What did you do? My Petunia never does anything like that. She has never jumped on anyone before. What were you doing to my horses?"
I was trying to help you. One of them ran away. Your wife ran after one horse. And then my friend stayed with the others, saw that you were there. So I was trying to help you so that you could help your wife with the other horse. And then the freaking horse attacked me. I just walked over. I did nothing. I literally did nothing. I walked over and it attacked for no reason. Like, your horses are unreasonable. No one would pay that much money for a horse that attacks people. It's so rude.
Because you're kind of telling the truth and kind of lying, I'm gonna say either give me a persuasion or a deception check to see if you can like convince him that his horses were in the wrong and not you.
Okay, I'm gonna do deception because that's more. Gosh dang it, a 14.
14. Okay. Okay, well, maybe the horse was a little more wild, and maybe that's why I didn't bring her out for you to purchase. But still, what is going on around here? This is a madhouse. And what do you mean my wife was chasing one of the other horses? Where did she go?
When she came out, and like as she was coming out, one of the horses ran away. Like, it just, like, straight up ran before she could even get out. It was insane. Like, we had no idea what to do. And she just saw the horse was gone and was running away. She chased after the horse, and we're just there like, holy crap, what just happened? And I'm like, my mind is blown because I thought these were well-behaved horses. You said they were high quality, and then they act this way.
They are the best horses in all of Barovia.
I'm going to walk over with the 2 horses. So, we will take these 2 horses for 150 gold.
Each.
150 gold.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage. You're not even offering him half of what he's asking.
No,
not even like a quarter of what he's
not.
asking for.
I'm not. I rolled a 13 twice, so that's going to be a 12.
I will only let these go for 150 each. If you do not like it, then get out of my stockyard.
I look at Francisco.
Okay, what?
I'm not good at talking to people. You're supposed to be the persuasion guy.
All right. I put the hand on the man's shoulder, and I make myself bigger, like a lot bigger. And I say, amigo, you are trying to steal coin from us, no? And I do not appreciate it. If you do not stop trying to screw us over, you will meet, and I flex my really big bicep using my changeling power to make it even bigger. You will meet one of my friends, and not in a very precarious situation.
Do intimidation with advantage.
Dope. That is a 20, sir.
Okay. You see that he's starting to shake in his boots a little bit. And he's like trying to like save face. But you can see that his boots are shaking. He's like, fine, 150 gold, but I never want to see your faces here in my stockyard again. Now leave!
Well,
Fair. Thank you kindly for your business.
wait. As we're walking away, I'm going to offhandedly say, sounds like we need to talk to the new burgomasters about this.
About what, these people or like the
These
academy
people?
or... Oh yeah. That might be safe. We can do that after we get imra'lyr back.
I'm trying to say it to like scare the guy a little bit.
Oh yeah. No problem. Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah. This is a problem. This is not good. I say way too loud.
You see that he gives you a rude gesture, and him and his wife go back into their warehouse and lock the door.
And we
You
got
guys now
saddles.
have... Well, they were not saddled. And
Oh,
he did
no.
not... he didn't bring them over with saddles on.
Me's fine.
So you guys are going to have to ride them bareback.
Okay.
Unless there's another place we can go to, which I don't know.
Saddles aren't too much.
Give me an intelligence check to see if you can remember something that I will tell you if you roll well enough.
You want to help me out with that, Francisco?
Yeah. Do you want me to roll or just give you help action?
Roll.
Yeah, both
Okay.
of you roll.
I am not very smart. 9.
You rolled better than I did.
No.
9 total? Yeah, you don't remember.
Yeah, 9 total.
I got a 6
I've been
total.
-1.
I have a +1, and
You
I
guys-
rolled worse than you.
You guys don't remember. Let me see if Spit remembers. Trying to help you guys out.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what Spit's reaction to all that.
Spit is like in a state of despair right now. Spit doesn't care.
That's true.
Just straight up intelligence,
Said
I
Spit.
think I said.
Mm-hmm.
You see that Spit kind of tugs on Kinsley's. You guys are now leading. They have like leaders on them. You're leading the horses out, and Spit like pulls on your sleeve, and he's like, didn't the Blue Water Inn, didn't they have a little place for horses? Maybe Erwin has some extra saddles and stuff.
No, that would be very good.
You're very smart, Spit.
With his -1 intelligence.
We'll take him back over to...
Okay.
We'll take
So-
him over to the inn and see if he is
Okay.
some
So,
saddles.
you guys take the horses over to the Blue Water Inn. You talk to Erwin about whether or not he has some extra saddles. And you see that Me's horse is sitting there. How long does invisibility last, Me?
Invisibility.
Like a
I think it's
minute.
an hour.
It lasts up to 1 hour.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So yeah, you see as you guys are walking up there, Me's Spit has been tied to the little post where everyone can tie up horses and whatnot. And then as you
Got
come
the clove
up,
hitch there.
yeah, you go up, you tie your horses up with the clove hitch, and suddenly Me just appears sitting
I
on
remember
top
Boy
of his
Scouts.
horse. Yeah, Me just appears just sitting on his horse right there. And you guys go and
So,
eventually
You're way too,
oh, go ahead.
way
I
too
keep
proud
talking.
of yourself for that one. You're frustrated, but fine,
I
it
mean,
worked.
You guys could have just paid normal price and then left, but
Well, I did pay the normal price.
Oh.
I just did it without not telling them.
Yeah, essentially, you got all the riding horses for the right amount of money.
Yeah, I did.
A roundabout way of doing it. So make sure you mark that off.
I did. I took
Okay.
it out of the party fund.
Yeah, like
Not,
225.
not
I don't
me,
have-
75. Me.
Yeah, I took that
did
out of
his
my
own
own
thing.
fund.
I have
Okay.
$0 in my.
I took it out of the party fund.
I actually
Okay.
have quite a bit of cash on me, but I'm running short now because of that.
Okay, so
Well,
so you guys go inside and you talk to Erwin about some extra saddles. And Erwin does say that he has a couple that he'd be willing to give you. Just extra they keep around in case someone needs them or people left them there. Or maybe they couldn't pay for the room, so they kept the horse and then sold the horse and kept the saddle. Different stuff. He says he's got 2.
That's fine.
well,
You two can have it.
well, remember
I
there's
seem-
5 of us.
But you only got 3
That's
horses.
Actually, true.
Right.
only have 3
So we were talking
Yeah.
about the boys being small.
Well-
Spit could ride with me, or
Francisco, if you don't mind, you can ride with me still. I don't mind, and I apparently have no
I can
no
ride
issue
in the lap
controlling it.
of Mama Kinsley. Not Kinsley, but Zula.
Zula. So I would
Yes.
say Francisco and Zula probably couldn't ride on the same one.
Well, he would be
I could
small.
be a child, be small child.
He would change,
Oh yeah,
changeling up,
that's true. Yeah, you could do that.
Yes.
and then I would ride
Perfect.
with Spit.
Okay. So you guys saddle up and
Let's
get
feed the horses before we go. Get them all ready.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
take care of them.
Get some
Erwin helps
extra
you
food
out.
for them.
I
I
brush
name mine
mine.
Black Knight.
Okay, so you
But
guys
it's the
were able.
brightest colored one.
You guys have a paint which is brown and white mixed. You have one that is completely brown, and then you have one that is black with white spots.
I took the paint.
Okay. The very majestic, spirited one, the paint, the very druid one for you. Which one did
I'd just take the. I take the black and white spotted.
Okay.
Yeah, I take the brown one.
Cool.
All right.
Okay,
Are we
so
all ready?
you guys get all your stuff put together. Erwin graciously gives you guys extra feed and stuff, just because you guys have been so good to him. He's trying to pay you back, so he allows you to do that. And you guys start to take off from Valeki. And before we decide on where you're going, let's go ahead and take a short break. So everyone,
Right.
yeah. So everyone at home, thank you so much for watching. I hope you are enjoying and having a great time. I know I am. I am still reeling over that nat 20 that me got at the beginning of the session.
gosh.
That is insane. I
Start.
can't believe that happened. If you are new to the show, don't forget we have our website, lakesidelegends.com, legends with a Z. You can go there and see all of our information. We have our Facebook page. We have our Twitter page.
Hold on.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitch if you are watching there. We have our donation page at the bottom of the screen on Twitch. So your donations are very helpful. Help us get new equipment and new things to be able to do more of these shows and create more content for our viewers at home who we love and appreciate so very much. Also, we have the new TikTok that we are putting together, like I said. If you haven't gone over to TikTok and hit the follow button there already, please do so. We do plan on trying to start making content on there after the holidays. We eventually want to put this stream on TikTok. We're still figuring out how to do that just because TikTok doesn't have that ready for everyone yet from what we've been able to figure out, only allowing some people here and there to do it for some reason, at least as far as we're aware. We also have on our YouTube page every episode that we have done so far up to this point, so you can go and catch up there if you would like, along with seeing Arcana Inc., where our missing cast member from today, Lore, sits down with our cast members and draws all of our characters. So if you want to watch the creative process and how we came up with how Kinsley, Francisco, me, Lore, Spit, what they all look like, you can watch those videos. Or if you just want to see the finished product, they are posted on our website, the art and media page on lakesidelegends.com. Okay, so we are going to go take our 10-minute break, and we will be right back. It is 7:44, and we will be right back at 7:55 now. Okay, thanks guys, we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Thank you for everyone who decided to stick around and wait for us to get back from our little break. Let's get back into it. So, you guys are now leaving the town of Valleki. Where are you going?
To the mountain.
Mountains.
Elves first.
Elves
Oh.
first?
The dark elf dude wanted to help with the tangy.
Oh, you are
Remember?
correct. He did.
With the what?
Remember? The dark elf guy wanted to go and with us to the temple tingy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Casimir Velikov.
Yes, that one.
Okay. So you guys make your way out the westernmost gate of Valleki. It is still sitting kind of somewhat broken up on the side of the wall where Me's rhino had blasted through it so long ago. They have made a makeshift one to kind of make sure they can continue to keep things out at night, but it is not as durable as it once was before more of Me's shenanigans happened.
For a rhino.
Yep. So you guys make your way out of town. Eventually you find the little dirt path that leads you south from the main road, the Svalik road, and journey in towards the Vistani camp. As you are getting closer to the area, these Vistani at this point have pretty good respect for you. They know who you are. You've built rapport. And you go towards the hovel that you know belongs to the Dusk Elf, Casimir Velikov, the Dusk Elf that told you about the Amber Temple and who mentioned that if you were ever interested, he would love to go there with you. He told you guys about how his sister Petrina used to be what they believed she was a concubine of Strahd, and they stoned her to death. And as punishment, Strahd came and killed all the women of the Dusk Elves. Only ones left are men. The children were massacred as well. So you make your way into the town, go up to his hovel, and what do? There are 2 guards standing outside.
Are they dusk elf guards?
Yep.
I get off the horse and become big again. Hello, yo, what's up? So the Cass wanted us to come by when we were going to a place. You know, if you tell him about us, the cool people, like he'll totally want to talk. Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a straight charisma check, Francisco.
Oh gosh.
I thought he was supposed to be better at this.
You know, sometimes it's enough thingy. Oh, but I still do good. I got 18.
You see that as you call him Kaz, one of the Dusk Elves kind of like smirks. And he kind of looks over to the other guard and they smile at each other, and then he knocks on the door behind him. And you hear a voice from inside, and the voice goes, just one moment. I am coming. Give me a moment. Eventually the door opens and you guys see Casimir standing there, his cowl still over his head. And he's like, "Oh, you have returned. What brings you here? What can I do for you?"
Well, you wanted to come with us to go to a certain place.
Yes. The Ember Temple, remember? We are heading there now.
You're you're going to be going to the Ember Temple now. Oh, just one moment. Let me grab my cloak. He looks you up and down and he's like, you're not going there dressed like that, are you?
I mean, we don't have any other clothes. I mean, I pull out the red brand disguise from my backpack. I have this red cloak. I mean,
Well,
Is there a certain way we're supposed to dress?
it's up a mountain. There's lots of snow. You're going to freeze to death if you don't wear cold weather gear.
oh, this is why he said to get the guide. Yes.
I lean over to Mama Wolf, and I go, do we need to worry about that?
She looks over and she's like, probably. I mean, it's down here in the valley, it's not super cold, and as a rule, we werewolves kind of stay away from the mountains. There's no point in being up there. There's no one up there to hunt. So, I mean, our fur coats in hybrid form might keep us warm, but I don't always want to be in my wolf form, do you?
I mean, I could just, and I have furs just start kind of like growing on me because changeling. I just have hair, like a layer of hair. I don't know if this will keep me warm or not. I've never tried.
You see, she goes over and she feels it, and she's like, it feels thin. It does not feel like fur. It feels like hair.
My actual hair's that way. Yeah. I guess I don't get a cheat out of this.
Where can we obtain warmer clothes? Do you have any idea?
Who are you asking?
Kaz.
Casimir? Okay. Well, yes. I'm sure the Vistani here have some that you could purchase. We just go over to. They have one of their wagons is kind of set up to be a store, and I know they sell different clothes and stuff. Let's go over there. You see,
Clothes?
he's like, give me 1 second. He goes back into his house, and you see he's grabbing a few things, and he's stuffing a pack full of things. He grabs his gear and he puts it on. He comes out and he closes the door and he nods to the 2 guards, and then he starts walking up the hill. You guys know that this Vistani camp essentially is at the bottom of the big hill is where you're at. There are these little houses kind of sticking out around the bottom of the hill. Those are where the Dusk Elves live. You walk up a hill, and at the very top is a big, huge, like, circus tent. That's where Aragol and Lavash were when they were whipping that boy. They were in the big tent, and circling around the tent are a bunch of Vistani wagons, like the Vargo style wagons, the gypsy wagons. So you guys go up there, and Casimir leads you to one that has completely opened up. The side of the Vardo wagon swung out and the top lifted up, and you see it is just like a big wall of like stuff. He's got a whole bunch of different things, but the biggest thing what you're looking for is the cold weather clothing and gear. And you see that this person actually has like mannequins out front dressed in like different clothing and whatnot.
I go up to the storekeep. Do you have anything like unisex that is good for both male and female? You know?
He gives you a quizzical look.
I turn into a woman for him really quick. And then I turn back into a man.
His eyes get wide, and he looks at the wine in his hand. And looks back at you, and he sets the wine down.
I do it again.
I think I have drinking too much. I don't know what to do about this. I've got.
Okay.
My brain hurts.
I Before you ask, I am both man and woman. Normally man, but sometimes woman. So I need a winter clothes that work for both body types, about the same height.
But it's not necessary. We just need some warm clothes.
It's really not.
Well, warm clothes I
However,
have.
My sense of fashion is important too. Like if you notice, all of the clothes that I have brought with me, all my armor works with both male and female physique.
But if he doesn't have it, you will take what he has.
He's
just
like,
need to get going.
give me a moment. Let me see what I have. You see he turns around and he doesn't go towards any of the mannequins. He actually goes back into the wagon. And you hear things opening and closing. And you hear like some swearing under his breath type of a deal. And finally comes back out and he pulls out, or he has in his hands this really nice looking maroon long coat. And it's got like gray fur around the hood where it would be. And he's like, well, this is technically made for a woman. It was made for a bigger woman. My wife, actually, who recently passed, so she doesn't need it anymore. But I will sell it to you. It is, I had it nicely made for her. It's a little more expensive than normal cold weather clothing because it is made nicer. It's 15 gold pieces.
Kinsley, I leave it up to you. You are in charge of my purse.
Let's add that to the pile.
Perfect.
We need something for this one, pointing to me.
Okay.
Not myself, but the
Me,
character.
the changeling.
What's your most expensive winter coat?
Are you paying for it?
I pay for my own things, at least when it comes to clothing.
Well, unfortunately, this one was the only one that I've had that's actually nice. Nice. The rest kind of all are just made from whatever furs we can find.
So- We just need something that will fit him, and something that will fit me, and
In
other
this
one my
case-
size.
In this
And
case, this
also
can come
the
out of the
little
party
goblin.
fund.
I'm gonna. You said
can
you
pay
pay
for
for
mine.
your own clothes.
When it comes to specialty clothing.
And then we need something for him, and I point to Spit.
Okay. Let me see. Different sized animals. So for the little one, I've got this one. He pulls out a little fur coat and fur pants that looks like it was made from the fur of a fox. So that one would be for Spit. He looks over at me and he's like, maybe something a little larger, but also... one moment. He goes over to a certain mannequin and you see that there is one that looks like to be made out of wolf fur. So it's a gray and white fur. You see that it is gray kind of in the jacket and in the pants, but then the boots and the hood are white.
And then, yes, for myself
this is
and my mother. I don't know if you'll have something that would fit us.
Well, I mean, I could look over in my XXL pile. Not that you are big, please do not take me wrong. You are just tall, and we do not have just tall, we only have big and tall. But one moment, he
all
goes
right.
and he finds two brown bear matching clothing. Very beautiful looking, very heavy, but very durable, very warm.
Okay. And, Francisco,
Yes.
would you mind changing into Imra? Get
Oh,
her
ye-
sizing.
Yeah. I turned into
You should.
imra'lyr.
Bring her some as well.
Give me a... Gosh, if you're changing into her...
I spent so much time with her.
I know.
Do I
I'm
have
trying to
make a
think
check?
dimensions. I'll give you advantage just for the fact that you spend so much time with her. But getting the right dimensions is
okay.
key. So I'm gonna
Right,
say
I might make her butt or
measurement
her boobs too
specific.
big or too small.
So I will allow you to either do a wisdom check, or an intelligence check at advantage.
Both bad, but I'll get wisdom. 17.
Okay, yeah, you get what appears to be a pretty dang good measurement of imra'lyr. And he looks and he's like,
Goodness.
You want something this
I
size?
look at Kinsley. This does not mean I'm a pervert.
What did he say?
You want something this size?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Okay, let me think. What do I have about this size? Yes, that would probably work. He walks over to a mannequin and removes the coat from it, and it seems to be made out of like elk fur. So very nice, high quality, not super long hair, but very durable leather underneath. All of them come with the outfit consists of the heavy fur coat and with a fur-lined hood, goggles, fur-lined leather boots, gloves, and a pair of warm pants. So you have 2 brown bear, 1 elk, 1 fox, 1 wolf, and 1 really nice one that's not really made of fur for Francisco. That was this guy's dead wife's.
The spirit of his dead wife shall protect me.
And how much will this cost altogether?
Well, let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 special. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2. He's trying to count like up all the people.
You're drunk.
So altogether, it was imra'lyr, Zula, Kinsley, Spit, me, and then Francisco. So this one was more expensive. That one is 15. The rest are 10 a piece. So 65 gold for everything.
I look at me and begrudgingly pay for his.
I give her puppy dog eyes.
You don't say you're gonna buy your own stuff and wave Kinsley off like that unless you're gonna actually pay for your own stuff.
Well, he meant because he asked specifically for more pricey things.
She just still gives you a look. Okay, you said 65?
Yep, 65.
Oh, now I have to maths.
Quick maths. 2 plus 2
maths.
is 4.
So you said it comes with
said, "Take off your
goggles
jacket." I
and
said,
what
"No."
else?
So it's if you look up clothing, cold weather on D&D Beyond, it tells you the outfit consists of a heavy fur coat or cloak over layers of wool clothing. That's essentially what Francisco's is it's a nice cloak, and it's got lots of wool clothing built into it. And then
Alright.
fur-lined hat, hood, goggles, and fur-lined leather boots and gloves. I'll say that for the sake of armor and whatnot, you guys can wear it over your armor.
Cool.
But you now have cold weather clothing, and you will not get the effects of
I actually
extreme
don't wear
cold.
armor.
Yeah, well, there you go.
And I got one for Imra, and I put that in the bag of holding.
'Kay.
So when we find her, because I assume that she doesn't have warm clothes. It's not like they stole her and then kept her warm.
Yep, probably not. Okay. Casimir turns to you. He's like, "Okay, looks like we're all ready to go. Shall we head off?"
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have a horse?
Actually I do. Give me 1 second. You see that he walks over to the really big tent. And you see that Lavash is actually outside of the tent. and he goes up to it to Lavash, and he starts talking to him, and you can assume he's kind of explaining what he wants to do, where he's going to go, because Casimir did explain to you guys before that if he tried to leave, then the Vistani were given the right to like kill him. So he's letting him know, look, I'm not running away, I'm not leaving. Can I borrow a horse? So Lavash ends up bringing him a horse, and now he's got one where he can ride with you guys.
Perfect.
Okay.
His
So
is probably much sturdier than ours. Ours might die.
okay, so
All right. Shall
you
we?
guys have everything you need.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay, as I'm putting on like my cloak and trying it out, like I change between Shakiro form and Francisco form to like make sure it looks good in both, and I turn to Kinsley. So like, does it look better while I'm a man, or I turn to Shakiro, or as a woman? What do you think? Man, woman, man, woman. I'm just like changing, like on.
Let's go.
But I don't know what you think yet. I
Kinsley
turned,
can't answer that.
I turned to Zula. What do you think, man or woman?
Oh, this boss looks so good. Probably is a woman. It's more flattering. Just maybe
Okay.
give yourself a little bit more girth to fill it out. You see, it is a little big for your like little more petite female form.
Okay, I make myself buffer Shakira.
There you go. You fill it out perfectly with buff Shakira.
Oh my goodness.
Perfect.
All right.
So you guys now
Shall
have
we?
Casimir, you have your horses, you all go together. This is going to increase increase your speed getting up Solenka Pass and where you need to go. Instead of it taking up to 3 days to get there, now you are going to be able to get there in a matter of 2 days, 1 night instead of 2 nights. So you guys start making your way west on the old Sphalic Road. You follow the familiar trail you have seen before, going down, around through passes, in the valleys, hugging the northern side of Mount Gakis. You cross over the Lunar River, as you have done many times before, and eventually get to the dip in the road where you can look up and see what you remember. You see the Argenvostholt, the silver dragon castle you've heard about, where the Revenant told you guys to go so long ago, that one scary night. You continue to make your way around the bend and veer in a northern-like direction as the rain starts to dribble around you. The path is muddy, it is worn, it has been traveled very much and not kept up these last few hundred years. Eventually, you make it to the crossroads, where you know if you were to go right, it would take you into the forest towards Lake Baratok and that Mage's Tower, where you first met Esmeralda, the other vampire hunter or monster hunter, who you have not heard of for a while, including Rictavio. You have seen neither for a while. In that crossroads, you see that there is a sign. Let me pop open that info real quick. I always forget to bring up the areas of Barovia when you guys are traveling. So you guys eventually get to the Raven River Crossroads. You see a weather-worn signpost next to the road, as you did before, the 3 arms of the sign pointing along the 3 branches of the road. The arm pointing north reads Kresk, and through the woods you can see an arching stone bridge spanning a river. The arm pointing east reads Valeki, and the road slopes up gradually in that direction, and the arm pointing southwest reads, "The Wizard of Wines." The road slopes gently downward in that direction. I guess the map is a little skewed in that then, because it should also be pointing southwest and saying Solenka Pass. You see Casimir turns in that direction and he's like, "This is the way that we need to be going." You see that the road goes upward and starts to wind around the mountain. Well, I hope you are
Perfect.
prepared. There's no turning back from here.
All right. Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
You guys start making your way up the winding, semi-steep road, going up the side of the mountain. Eventually, the sun begins to set, and it starts to get late. And you guys will need to find somewhere to camp for the night. So,
All right.
why don't you all give me survival checks to see if you can find a suitable place to camp for the evening.
That 15.
11. This
19.
is not good to me.
Okay.
Today
Look-
is just great.
Pretty good day and dang good day for me. So you guys looking around trying to find a good place to rest for the night. Eventually me and Francisco are able to find a cave kind of in the side of the mountain. You go and check inside. The cave does not seem to be very deep. It seems to only go back about 20 feet or so before you hit a rock wall. It's about 10 feet tall. You're able to fit everyone and the horses inside. 10 feet tall, 20 feet deep, maybe 30 feet wide. Relatively good sized cave. There are a couple rocks on the inside, like boulderish stones. And it seems like this is where you might be able to camp for the evening.
And there's no like living things inside.
Give me investigation checks.
Can I try to see if I can sniff out any living things?
13.
I got a 0.
Do you have a minus?
Nice.
Wait, investigation?
Correct.
That's a 7.
Okay,
We're
13.
Well, you guys don't really see
Perception, what
anything
is it?
in here.
Well, do we want to put up the dome for warmth?
Yes, and for safe measure.
I can put it in front of the horses so they're kind of hidden behind it.
That's smart.
Keep them behind us and all of us can be within the dome's warmth. Alright,
Yeah.
so I take the 10 minutes and I summon the dome.
Okay. So Kinsley summons her dome, and everyone is able to fit inside. You all find a nice little corner to sleep. Is anyone wanting to do anything before they go to sleep?
Just my prayers.
Mm-hmm.
I basically just kind of sit on the ground and try to commune with the land of Barovia again.
Okay.
And also at some point kind of go back in a corner away from everyone who can see me, and I kind of just practice going in and out of werewolf hybrid form. Oh, Fluffy? Not Fluffy. Fluffy.
So the act of going in and out of the hybrid form actually feels pretty natural to you, me. Being a changeling and having grown up being able to do that, this just feels like another form you can take. It feels natural. It feels good. Go ahead and give me a nature check for connecting to the land of Barovia.
Haha. It was about to be a 3, but it fell onto a 19, and nature will be
Jeez
plus
Louisa.
1. So that's a
Wow.
dirty 20.
Okay, so You kind of put your claws as you're in your hybrid form into the ground and start to feel it. You change back into your me form to feel where you have dug. And you start to feel more of a connection with Barovia than you did before. After your transformation and now being blessed by Saloon, you feel that whatever was kind of blocking you before and connecting with this land before, the barrier seems to be moving away and opening up to you. You stick your hand and kind of cast some druidic arcana magic into the ground. And out between your fingers pops up a rose.
Me kind of smiles and kind of laughs a bit, feeling a lot of joy out of that. Eventually kind of lets it be, and then goes back to the others to go to sleep.
Okay. And
Francisco pulls out his broken stopwatch, just looks briefly at the picture he keeps there, and puts it back.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. So, who's keeping first watch?
I can. I'll stay up.
Okay.
Kinsley usually sleeps through the night.
That's because no one ever wakes me up. It's not my fault.
That's true.
Kinsley, go ahead and give me a perception check.
18.
Okay. So you kind of sit near the cave's mouth, the cave entrance, kind of near the dome, or you have to be in the dome. So you're in the.
I have to be in the dome.
You put the dome's entrance kind of right at the entrance of the cave, so no one can actually get in, at least into the dome, and you can keep watch. As you are sitting there watching outside, being vigilant, you feel very peaceful. You feel more at peace than you have in a while, having heard what your mother told you the day before about how an acolyte's prayer must have been able to do what Saloon did for me, and how Saloon must have put her total trust in this acolyte. Made you feel really good about what you've been doing and your blessings and being blessed by Saloon because you've been able to follow her promptings. And for the first time, you really do feel like a good follower of Saloon. Not that you didn't feel good about what you were doing before, but now you feel like you are becoming adept at doing it. And your connection is very strong.
Hey, Dad.
You are
remember
able
not to
to
be too
use
loud.
this good feeling to watch well into the night. You see that it is now raining outside. The rain on the path is becoming a little slushy, like slushy snow and water. But you don't see any animals or anything bad going on. Who will you wake up for the second round of watch?
Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah, me toca. Ya estoy.
It's your turn to watch.
Listo, I'm ready.
I pat his face. Kind of try to smack him awake a little bit.
Okay.
Yes, mom. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Francisco makes his way over to the front part of the cave mouth where Kinsley was previously sitting. Francisco, go ahead and give me perception check.
It's a tres. Tres, hermano.
So Francisco is sitting there, is still kind of groggy. Still a
I should
little
have smacked him harder.
sleepy. Francisco keeps nodding off in the middle of his watch. However, he is able to make it through his 3-hour watch. And now who are you waking for the final watch?
Me.
Okay.
poke him in the nose.
Poke a
Boop
nose.
him.
Ugh.
What
are you doing?
Poker face.
You muted me.
Oh, why?
For some reason, you're muted.
What are you doing? Why are you touching
It's
my
your
nose?
turn. It's your turn to watch. I need my beauty sleep to look more beautiful.
All right. I stand up and I go take my watch.
Okay. Me goes and takes his post. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
19.
19. Me has now become more accustomed to being awake at night, as werewolves love to do so very much. He is able to sit there for a long period of time and check out his surroundings. He sees through the rain down into the forest below, sees some ravens fluttering around down there, kind of swooping near the treetops, but nothing else seems to stir throughout the rest of the night. Eventually, the sun begins to rise, and you all wake up to a full rest.
Rest.
Okay.
Me's hair is
I'm
now slightly
awake.
longer.
The horse damage is gone.
The horse damage is gone. That's right.
Oh. Wait, actually, something came to my attention earlier during the invisibility when I got kicked in the face by the horse that actually should have ended.
Oh, should have ended your invisibility.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
so you
that's
got
true.
hit.
Damage.
Nah, oh well.
Oh well, it is what it is. So, you guys all saddle back up and get ready to continue your journey up the side of the mountain. You guys climb on your horses and exit the cave, single file, following the now growing more narrow path as you continue up the side of the mountain. You travel for a couple of hours and the snow begins to fall. You start to feel the cold biting at you, but it's not as bad as it could be. You made the good decision to find yourself a guide before you went up there. If you did not, then you probably would be experiencing some cold weather exhaustion and hurting real bad about now. So good for you. Eventually, you guys arrive at a giant gate. You see that as you approach it, the shelf of rock on which the mountain road clings grows narrow. To your left, the icy cliffs rise sharply toward dark rolling clouds. To your right, the ground falls away into a sea of fog. Ahead, through the wind and snow, you see a high wall of black stone lined with spikes and topped by statues of demonic vultures with horned heads. Set in the center of the wall is a closed iron portcullis, behind which burns a curtain of green flame. On the other side of the dark wall, gripping the mountain's edge, is a guard tower of white stone, topped by golden statues of mighty warriors. What do you do?
Is the gate locked?
So, you go over to the portcullis, and let's see. As soon as you approach it, you hear a shriek of metal as it starts to slowly rise.
By itself? Without provocativeness?
By itself.
I want to look up into the watchtowers and see. Can we see any persons?
So what you see right in front of you is essentially a stone gate wall with a metal, like, portcullis, like, circular gate that's lifting up. Behind that is like a wall of green flame on the other side of the big wall. And on top of the wall, you see like 2 giant demonic vulture statues sitting up there. On the far side of the portcullis, on the other side, you see it like a watchtower, but that's on the other side of the wall.
Oh, okay, so we can't see that.
You can see it. You just can't see into it.
Well, but I mean, yeah, see into it. Okay.
Okay, in preparation, I make myself even hotter. And I prepare my glaive just in case.
Okay.
And I turn to everybody. So we're going inside, yeah? That's the plan.
Turning to Kaz, are the people here, or if there are people here, dangerous? Are we?
Honestly, I don't know. I've never come this far up Solinka Pass. Normally I hang around the bottom and look up the mountain, and kind of watch from below. I've never come all the way up here.
Okay, so it's everybody's first experience. Very good. We do not have sneaky person to scout ahead for us. So I will stand in front and stab things in case bad things happen. Does sound good? Yes?
Sounds good.
I suppose so.
I'm
Just
very
hope
nervous.
That they're friendly.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Just
I
that
doubt
is why
it.
I made myself more attractive than normal.
All right. So
I begin walking in. I begin marching inside.
Okay, so you start
All right,
walking
I'm behind Kinsley.
in past the gate. Eventually, does everyone follow?
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I'm behind Kinsley.
Okay, so
And
you
Francisco.
you all are able to walk your horses and everything into past the gate, but once you get to the far side of this like 10-foot long tunnel, you run into the green wall of flame. And as you get to that side, the gate begins to close.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I go up to the flames and I try to touch them. Are they hot?
You try to touch them?
Yes.
Okay.
We're not the smart ones. We shouldn't be doing
Yeah.
the rescue missions.
If you are putting your hand in it,
Oh. Of course you're gonna burn yourself.
That's a lot of dice he seems to be grabbing there.
Oh,
Holy
shoot.
cow.
I'm
You're
glad
gonna
I
have no
didn't do it this
hand.
time.
your hand erupts in flames and you take 24 fire damage. Your hand essentially turns black.
Don't touch that, guys. It's not good. It's not good.
No, that's not a.
And I rolled 3 1s on that roll, just so you know.
Don't touch
We're
that.
gonna
Yeah.
all die.
You said that there were like weird vulture-looking statues.
Above you, you are now at the far side of the tunnel with the green flames, and then the gate on the other side is now closed,
So we're like stuck in a tunnel.
essentially. And they're
I would like
above
to-
you.
I would
Okay.
like to see if I can find switches or something in the tunnel.
I
Uh,
would.
Go ahead and make perception check.
Okay.
Ollie
Or
does
investigation. I'll let you pick either one.
Perception is much
Actually, no,
better.
I should wait. I don't want to jump the gun. If I jump the
14.
gun, it could be dead.
14, you look around, you don't see any switches.
No buttons, nothing to poke other than fire.
Nope.
So we're essentially like trapped in a tunnel with fire
Yes.
on one end and a gate on the other.
Correct.
There's no like windows or anything. It's all brick.
It's all brick. You can see out both ends because the fire, you can see through to the other side, but it's like a wall of fire, a wall of green fire. And on the other side is just the gate that is now closed.
And then above us, there's no ceiling.
There is the ceiling. You're in that tunnel. And
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to detect magic. See if I can detect where this is coming from. Because I assume it's magical, because it's green fire.
Yeah. So you use detect magic, and the green flames do give off a magic.
Well, yes, I did bring this for a reason. I'm going to dispel magic
Okay.
on the fire.
What level?
Let's see, what is the level of... I have to do it at third.
Okay.
Third level.
You can do Kinsley.
So you gotta roll a d10 or a d20.
Okay.
Come on, Kinsley, you can do this.
That landed on a 19 and then bounced to a 9. Am I adding anything to it?
Your spell ability modifier. So you're like, is
So
it
13.
a 13 total?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't do anything.
Ah.
Gah. Great. I
cast
can't.
friends on it.
I can't.
Okay, you waste magic.
It's a cantrip.
Well, any other ideas?
A minor illusion of angry face.
Does anyone have any water on them?
I have a water skin.
I move my hands and I start to water bend the water out of his
You can also
canteen. I use shape water.
bend the snow.
Yeah, I was trying to shape water, the snow. You can choose to freeze the water, so I can technically choose to unfreeze the snow. I think maybe.
I'm trying to put out the magical flames.
And I'm gonna go.
It
Try to
vaporizes. It vaporizes into vapor.
This wasn't a very good idea.
I have an idea.
I smack it with my crowbar.
I
Smack
put
what?
my hands.
The fire with the crowbar.
Doesn't do anything.
Anything. Curses. I smack the walls with the crowbar.
I put my hands down on the ground and I start mumbling in Druidic. Raise the earth, bring me a elemental friend, and I summon a gargoyle.
What spell is this?
So I use summon minor elementals, and I summon a gargoyle, which is CR rating 2, so I can only summon one of it. And I'm going to try to have the gargoyle put its hand into the fire to test it first off.
So
It
it's
says
conjure
that it
minor
has-
elementals.
Conjure minor elementals.
Okay.
It has resistance from non-magical attacks that aren't adamantine, immunities to poison, conditions, immunities, exhaustion, petrification, and poison. So, I mean, I'll probably take damage, but I mean...
Which you summoned a gargoyle?
Yes.
Okay, and the gargoyle is attempting to do what? Put his hand in it or try to...
I'm gonna have it put its arm through to see if maybe the flames are radiating up, so maybe it can, like, hold the flames down so we can like jump
we walk
over
it.
Pretty much. I mean, it's made of rock.
If not, I want to seduce the flame.
Oh my gosh.
Rolls in at 20. Other option is find an animal that can burrow and try to crawl through.
Your gargoyle takes 34 points of damage. Fire damage.
All right. It's still alive. Anything happen to the flames? Do they like stop going?
He puts his
like-
hand through and tries to push down, and they just envelop his hand and start doing damage, start hurting him.
I'm gonna see if he can walk through it.
So he's gonna pull his arms out and then walk into it.
Just like try to sprint through it, like
Oh
jump
my gosh.
through, like. Oh wait, no, I changed my mind. He has a flying speed. No, but there's a roof. That's right.
37 damage.
forgot.
He vaporizes.
Okay. Well, that didn't work. I forgot that there was a roof for a second. I'm like, maybe we could close up.
We're not very good at this.
We're not very intelligent. Wait. Can I mean,
need
Francisco obviously failed at looking for a button. Can I look for a button?
Go
I
ahead.
rolled for buttons.
I know it was a 14, but you know.
As a 5 to seduce the
I
fire.
rolled a nat 2, so.
I will look for a switch. I investigate. Oh my gosh, with these freaking 9s, 13.
You guys don't find any buttons.
Guys, we are very dumb. What
We
is
are.
happening?
What do you think about this?
Well, it looks like it's like a magical wall of flame. Well, maybe if we could... I don't know. I mean, how else can we pass this? I mean, he takes a look out, like, at the wall. He takes a look at the flame wall, and he says, it looks like it stops, about a foot past the opening of the door, so it doesn't run across the entire thing. And he looks up, and he's like, and it doesn't go all the way up to the top of the wall. It looks like it's just blocking right here in front of us, just this hole. So how could we get through it or get around it?
We could
So should we just try to
burrow
open the
over?
gate? I mean, it closed down, right?
It did. It closed. It closed down.
All right.
Whole
Let's
point
see
is to
if we
get to the
can-
other side.
Wait, but I mean, at least we'd have a way out if we try to lift it up. Let's see if we
Or-
can lift up the gate.
So you start going back to the other side.
Yeah.
So walks back to the other side,
Does
and
someone...
as soon as he approaches it, the gate starts to open again.
Okay, so we're not trapped in here.
Okay.
Mm.
Someone's just trying to keep us out.
So. So it's only the flame is only covering this hole, but we could theoretically go around the flame wall.
Yeah, if you're
So-
only a foot wide, which I am not only a foot wide.
Well,
No. I
theoretically,
go out.
Let's.
there's nothing stopping
So
you guys
there
from
are-
trying to get around the whole black wall.
No,
Yeah.
can we climb over it?
Yeah.
You can attempt to.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
I would
thinking.
like to try and climb.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
Well, I probably
So-
should have not sacrificed the gargoyle and just had it fly us across.
That would have been a good idea.
Yeah, it's
Or
too
we
late,
could wait for
though.
nighttime and I could do it.
Okay. So what are you guys doing? Francisco, you're going to attempt to climb over the wall?
Yeah, I'll try to climb over the wall.
Okay. So,
Climb up the
Francisco, how are you doing so? Just
So it
climbing
is
with your
a
hands
stone
and
wall,
feet.
correct?
Correct.
Yeah, just
Okay.
seeing if I can get a grip and climb up.
Oh,
Give me
jeez.
an
You're gonna end up
athletics check.
killing yourself.
21.
21. Francisco successfully climbs this wall and gets to the very top. And when he does, he sees that these
Oh.
statues up close look ugly. I said, like demon vulture looking things, pretty gnarly. Francisco looks over onto the other side and sees that the wall, the flame wall, seems to be just up against the side of the hole. So he could climb down the side where the flame doesn't touch.
Throw us a rope.
Yeah, I take out my rope and I, tie it off, make it secure so other people can come. I'm like, it looks like we can go, just over the other side. It looks like we should be fine.
Those of us not confident in their climbing skills would like to not possibly fall and injure themselves.
I'll go.
Could you
I burned
see
my
if there's
hand
something on the
off.
other side?
I mean, I guess. Can someone come with me? What if something attacks
I
me?
will go.
So
Okay.
give me an athletics check.
I put down the rope to help him up.
Okay, then do it with advantage.
Ooh, that's a nat 20.
Oh, there you go.
Way.
It was a 7 before, which was nothing good because of a -1.
Oh, yeah, so me successfully climbs to the top of the wall. He and Francisco are now standing up there.
Okay, let us go to the other side and jump down to see if there's a way we can turn off the flame walls.
You can feel free to jump down. I'll slowly climb down.
Okay.
Where
How
have you
tall
guys
is this
tied
wall,
up
by
this
the way?
rope? Where this wall?
Rock here.
30 feet high, so not super high, but
Oh, it's third.
it's 30 feet.
Okay. So, are there like outcroppings on the wall that I could tie it off to, or like something
there's-
sticking up from the top of spikes?
There
or
are
something?
stone spikes, and there are also the statues.
Okay, tie it off on the spikes.
Okay. So you're tied off under the stone spike, and I won't make you guys roll to figure out if you can climb down to the other side. Is it just Francisco going, or me? Are you going too?
I'm going to.
Okay. So both of you climb down to the other side of the wall. And as soon as your feet touch the ground,
Oh no.
you see the flame wall disappears. But you also give me perception checks.
Oh man.
Me, do it with advantage.
Oh my gosh, I cannot roll for crap.
19.
9.
Oh, that's much better than the other one. Okay, so
rolled
that's
a
going to
2.
be a 24.
Okay. So with Me's new keen senses he has developed as a werewolf, he now has a better ability when it comes to sounds and perception checks. Francisco, you're able to hear this too, though, because you rolled so well. You guys hear a...
Look at the statues.
You see, as you look up, the statues are crumbling. They are cracking. And as the stone falls off, these vulture demonic things shoot out from there, fly into the air, circle around, and start diving down towards you. And that's where we're going to end our session.
No.
I knew it! I knew they were going to be important. I was a little
I see. That's why I was afraid. I was afraid of touching them, so I didn't want to tie the rope on them. Like, if I touch these, they're gonna come to life.
You're lucky you didn't, because if you did, I would have had one of you be carried off. Because I'd say, who touched the ground first? Like,
Oh.
no.
all right. So you guys have a nice little battle to look forward to at the beginning of next session. Awesome.
I'm probably going to head straight
oh
for
boy.
that tunnel, man.
Hey, well,
That's
the flame
covered.
wall is gone now. Okay. So,
Good.
everyone watching at home, thank you so much for joining us this week for our episode 28. It is... Wow, we've been going for a while now. Yeah, this is crazy. Episode 30 is sneaking
dude.
up on us. So, like I said before, we have lakesidelegends.com if you want to go there, check out all of our content. We have the art and media page where we have all of our YouTube. We have podcasts. We are turning this into a podcast. So if you prefer to listen instead of watch what we're doing, you can go and listen to it there. I usually come out with one every week. I think episode 5 is up at this point from the Lost Mine of Phandelver. We did the Lost Mine of Phandelver before this, and now we're doing the Curse of Strahd. It's a whole overarching saga using a lot of the Wizards of the Coast books. So if you want to go and watch that, you totally can. You can also watch the actual videos on YouTube. Just keep in mind, our audio equipment wasn't as good back then, so it's a little shoddy in the audio department, but the story is still a lot of fun. And I took out all the dice rolls and calculating and roll squabbling, so it goes by much quicker. I think I take out an average of an hour to an hour and a half worth of that stuff every episode. So pretty easy to listen to and a lot of fun. So you can find that there. Also, don't forget, next week we will not be streaming as it is the holiday weekend. We all want to spend time with our family. And yeah, so does anyone have anything they want to plug? Anything they want to talk about?
Not that I can
Nope,
think
nope.
of.
Okay,
Not at
sounds
the
good.
moment.
Everyone at home, thank you again for watching. We love you guys so much, and we're so happy that you joined us this evening. And we can't wait to see you next time down by the lakeside. Bye.